Ladies and gentlemen, I'm speaking to you at a very serious moment in our history. The Cabinet is convening, and the leaders in Congress are meeting with the President. The State Department and Army and Navy officials have been with the President all afternoon.
On Sunday morning, December 7th, 1941, Japanese planes had attacked Pearl Harbor. All afternoon, news reports repeated the same meager information. The President did not plan to address Congress until the following day. But that evening, on her weekly radio program, it fell to the First Lady of the United States of America to try to reassure her frightened fellow citizens about what lay ahead.
For months now, the knowledge that something of this kind might happen has been hanging over our heads. And yet, it seemed impossible to believe, impossible to drop the everyday things of life and feel that there was only one thing which was important: preparation to meet an enemy, no matter where he struck. That is all over now, and there is no more uncertainty. We know what we have to face, and we know that we are ready to face it. I should like to say just a word to the women in the country tonight. I have a boy at sea on a destroyer. For all I know, he may be on his way to the Pacific. Many of you all over this country have boys in the services who will now be called upon to go into action. You cannot escape a clutch of fear at your heart. And yet I hope you will rise above these fears. Whatever is asked of us, I am sure we can accomplish it. We are the free and unconquerable people of the United States of America.
Meanwhile, the President was grim but relieved. You know, the Secretary of the Navy said to Francis Perkins, "I think the boss must have a great load off his mind. I thought the load on his mind was just going to kill him. At least we know what to do now." Americans had broken the Japanese code. Roosevelt knew an attack in the Pacific was imminent, but he expected it to be launched against British and Dutch outposts, not Hawaii.
This wasn't simply the way he was going to get the United States into war. This was a debacle of the first order. And for Roosevelt, this was supremely personal. Roosevelt had laid the keel for the battleship that became the USS Arizona. Roosevelt looked on those ships at Pearl Harbor as though they were his babies.
And it was said that the calmest person in the room in the White House that day was Franklin Roosevelt, absorbing the information as it came in, slowly figuring out what to do, giving that unflappability to the people around him so that they then got strength from his own strength. It was one of those moments when you saw what he was made of.
Last night, Japanese forces attacked Hong Kong. Last night, Japanese forces attacked Guam. Last night, Japanese forces attacked the Philippine Islands. Last night, the Japanese attacked Wake Island. And this morning, the Japanese attacked Midway Island. Japan has therefore undertaken a surprise offensive extending throughout the Pacific area. I ask that the Congress declare a state of war has existed between the United States and the Japanese Empire.
The following day, wearing a mourning armband in memory of his mother, FDR would sign the declaration of war. On December 11th, Hitler and Mussolini, siding with their Japanese ally, declared war on the United States.
We got a big assist from Hitler, who